To be successful in your work in the out-of-home market, you need to understand this market in which you operate, knowing what happens, when and where. In Europe, the out-of-home market represents a value of more than 1.14 trillion euros. The perfect place to launch, grow, and expand your brand through roughly 2.8 million outlets. But with 10 million different non-standardized and non-scannable products being sold through 3,000 different cash register systems, you simply lack access to reliable outlet sales data. Data you definitely need to make validated decisions in your job, especially compared to retail, where all products are standardized and scannable. So working with comparable data is common practice in retail. At Fyre, we have solved this for you, ready to help out-of-home professionals to identify opportunities in a brand new way. Because every day we import, clean, and analyze millions of transactions from thousands of connected venues. And with our data, we allow you to monitor regularly what happens in the market, analyze how it happened, and understand why. You can draw conclusions, make better plans to let your brands grow, and make objectified decisions. Let's dive into a relevant use case, price development. Imagine you want to track the selling price development across venues on a monthly basis. One option is to ask field sales to check for prices in the market. Another one is to check for prices on menus online. A lot of work, and the list of things it doesn't tell you is long. With Fyre, all this becomes a thing of the past. We unlock quantitative price data like you've never seen before and on a continuous basis. Let's define some business questions regarding pricing and answer them using Fyre data. First, what is the consumer price development on a product level across brands and venues throughout the Netherlands? And how do consumers respond to price changes? Lastly, are there any differences in price development on a regional level? Okay, let's take the example of a 25 cent a litre regular draft beer. Select beers, select Pilsner, and select the volume. 25 centiliters. Here we see the price development for different brands within our criteria. We see that prices have gone up, with the biggest price difference between Brent and Peroni. The average price has clearly evolved to a higher level over time. On average, consumers pay 16 cents more for a 25 cents a litre draft beer. And in some cases, a price increase led to a drop in rotation. However, in other cases, the rotation remains stable. Birra Moretti and Peroni have the highest prices and also show a significant increase in rotation in 2023. And Jupiler has experienced the highest increase in price, and still, rotation remains stable. For our last question, let's dive a bit deeper and look at the same developments, but on a regional level. Okay, the regional differences should not be ignored. The differences in rotation related to price increases are large between different regions. It seems that price increases have reached a limit in some provinces. Definitely worth looking into it in more depth. There might be more to it, so that didn't even take up much of our time. The example is about beer, but the same way of tracking price developments can be done for soft drinks, hot drinks, wines, or spirits. Fyre has got you covered. Professionals across different FMCG organizations already endorse the power of Fyre data. It really helps them in improving the results of their work. Like this out-of-home trade marketeer that said what Fyre uniquely adds compared to other sources is that you can use so many different parameters in your analysis and getting insights on competition. Or what about this director out-of-home? Fyre should be the number one piece of out-of-home puzzle, as Fyre gets closest to what or when customers order and pay. And also on the revenue side, Fyre hasn't gone unnoticed. Fyre should become the go-to tool for monitoring market prices. So Fyre allows you to transform your out-of-home organization into a data-driven marketing and sales team, ready to identify new opportunities to grow your brands. Let's grow together. Fyre for brands.